What is up, guys? Today I'm reviewing Thief. So this game is a relatively short game, and also, guys, I'm going to be using the word stealth a lot because this is the stealthiest game I've ever played. And I know this may not make sense, but what I'm trying to come across there is you have to use the stealth the most in this game. Because the combat is kind of sucky. Um, and then how do I do this? Well, the combat, it's just bad. Like, cause I have to, right bumper, and with this little, baton thing, and it just never really seems to get my point across. Once I am caught, I either try to run to my next objective, because I'm a thief. I am a thief. I gotta run. I'm not here to kill. Even though I was an opportunist 4 missions, I was a predator 1 mission, and a Ghost on 3, which is upsetting to me. Like, no, although my nose is itchy. Because one thing. Alright, so let's just talk about the story. The story is beyond great. You play as the old Garrett, where this mystical force is basically trying to inhale this girl from a book that you have acquired. It's like this cult. It's very creepy, very bizarre. But the world is so. I don't want to spoil anything about what the cult's name is and all that stuff. So, but it's the world that is around you is amazing. It looks great. It's a dark and mysterious world that you always want to go explore in. And even the story is very short. But then there's a whole bunch of side missions that you will want to go ahead and go do. I cannot talk. There's a whole bunch of side missions that you can go do after the game has been completed. Like, after you complete it, I figured out that there was how to get the side missions, and there's 25 of them for me to go ahead and go do. And those side missions are just basically miscellaneous. Go steal this, go steal that. But this game, it plays so well. Besides, I have one another complaint in the controls. Left trigger to run just feels awkward to me. That's one of my only big complaints. And then the stealth mechanics are so well done. I feel like the AI is pretty smart. It's not bad by any means, and it's a pretty good AI. Like, if they see you, basically, how it works is that if you are in the dark, unless you're at point blank range, they're not going to see you. And even if you're in the slightest of light, they're gonna notice you. So basically, you need to always be in the dark, and that's where his wide arsenal of arrows is. You can have an arrow, there's from choke arrows to fire arrows to water arrows that you can put out the fires with. You can put a choke arrow. There's bottles to try to get a girl to go over that way. So then there's you can just hightail it for the door. And one thing that was also cool, even with missions that had water in them, you had to crouch because if I run over water, they're gonna hear, yeah, that's water, and no one's in water right now. So let's go ahead and go check what that is. So the AI is really smart, and there's a great story. There's a little bit of clunky controls and a kind of clunky combat, but I'm not going to take really much of anything, if anything, off the score just for clunky combat because the game is supposed to be played in stealth. You're not supposed to want to run and gun and try to hit a guard with a baton. I'm going to hit you with a baton. If you want to go do that, go play Grand Theft Auto, which I've been playing a lot recently. Yeah, I kind of have issues. But with a great plot, great stealth mechanics, wide array of arsenal, really good AI, there's a lot to enjoy with Thief. What I would recommend this game to is to anyone that loves stealth. If you love stealth, this is a must pick up. If you are just now getting into the stealth games, to the stealth genre, I would recommend going with Dishonored because Dishonored is, in my opinion, an easier game to pick up than Thief, because Thief, you need to play stealth. There's no, I'm gonna beat 5 guards with my baton. If you have 5 guards on you, you're gonna die quick. While Dishonored, when you have 5 guards, you're like, I'm gonna do gun blast, and now I'm gonna throw you all up in the air, and then I'm gonna like use rat swarm on you, and that sort of mechanics are really weird in that nature. So Dishonored is a easier game to pick up, and even an easier game to pick up would also be Hitman Absolution, which I recommend. I did enjoy Absolution. But so Thief is really good. I mean, and also another really good, an awesome mechanic that I loved about the game is that there's high replay value, but as well as you can create how you want the game. So there's easy, normal, and hard. Like, the 3 basic things. But then there's a mode where you can choose how you want the game to be. Like, if you want the dumbest AI, but you want lights to be on 24/7. Like, there's, like, torches everywhere, 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 everywhere. If you want the AI to be massively hard, they can probably see you even from about, what was it? Probably about, I don't know, like, probably, yeah, like, probably about, there we go. Right about there. There's about 2 of those, like 2 of that types of measurements. So basically, if basically we had 2 things, if I doubled the space that we just had, that was about the time that. And it's really a cool option to do, and I really do appreciate Square Enix. I think I pronounced the name right, and Eidos for doing that. And I am beyond looking forward to the upcoming. I really hope there is a sequel for the Thief franchise, because I really do. I did enjoy this game a lot. So before I get to the game's score, well, and then we'll go over the pros and cons one more time. We'll talk one more time. Stick of Truth is this Tuesday. I'm picking it up. I pre-ordered it. So you're going to get that review. And then probably in the midweek, you're going to also get the Strider review, as well as the Stick of Truth, depending on how long that game will take me. And then Tuesday night, we're going to also, and then the next Tuesday is Titanfall. And I do plan on picking that up. I've got it pre-ordered, I got it fully paid off in Dark Souls 2. But the thing is about Dark Souls 2 is that game's not going to be a speed run for me and just try to get out of a review. That's a game I do really want to enjoy. And it's a matter of me just actually beating it. So, yeah, don't expect a Dark Souls 2 review for a little bit, because you are not going to, in my opinion, unless you're a Dark Souls god, you are not going to be able to speed run through that game. I beat 1 and I'm proud of myself from it. And Dark Souls 2 is going to be even better. Alright, so pros and cons of Thief. Alright, con number 1. Clunky controls. And combat no one really cares about. Alright, so those are really all that you got a main protagonist you can really get behind in Garrett. He's a great, great, great protagonist. Awesome character. He's that guy that you can get behind. He's a thief. He's the inner, I think, meaning of what a thief is. So the character development is awesome, and his sidekick. Don't want to spoil that, because she's a big part of the game, too. Thief is really, really good. So, great characters, a great storyline, great stealth mechanics, great AI. And yeah, overall, an amazing game, and a good length and high replay value. I'm giving Thief a 9 out of 10. I took a star off strictly for the matter of the fact of clunky controls, and there was the game crashed on me like 1 or 2 times, and I just can't let that sort of thing go. And even one more thing that, you know what, hold on, we're going to even move this up to maybe a 9.5, honestly. I want to add a 9.5 because the visuals are beautiful and the city is just something you really want to get behind. I don't know. It's between a 9 and a 9.5. I might just stick with the 9, honestly. But a 9. I think a 9 is a fair review for this. A 9, I just, the length, as much as it is, it's the length of story, so it's about an 8-hour gameplay. So that's pretty long, and then the side missions. And great modes, I just feel like this isn't a 9.5 game because of the crashing, and so it's a 9, and that's a really fair review for this game. I highly recommend you pick this up. This is right now my game of the year, and I think this is honestly going to be hard to beat for my game of the year. Well, Titanfall comes out, it won't be honestly that hard. But this is a highly recommendation to pick up. I give it a 9.5 if you're a big stealth game fan, and possibly even a 10 if you're a big stealth game genre. If I'm a huge stealth fan, but I just have to. This is an attempt. It's not perfect by any means of a stretch. It's a 9, a really polished game, and in my opinion, it's a must-own to your Xbox because even if you plan on picking up the Stick of Truth, okay, let's just take console wars aside between Titanfall and Infamous Second Son or all that stuff for a second. This is a game that's multi-platform and you want to own because February was another month of not that big of releases, and this was the first big AAA title. You owe it to yourself to go ahead and pick this one up. I'm also planning on picking up Garden Warfare for that exclusively on the Xbox One, but and the Titanfall will also be exclusive, and then Infamous Second Son. It's a game that doesn't personally appeal to me. That's personally why I did not go with Sony. I'm not going to get into that debate. But keep you guys locked. You're going to get the Titanfall in a few days. The Stick of Truth comes out. I'm going to be playing that a lot. And I'm also going to try to maybe beat Strider tomorrow. And maybe post the review on that tomorrow as well. So look out for that. I will hope you guys have a great week. Spring break's almost here. And yeah, peace. Steve is a 9 out of 10. Up must own. Peace.